Lovable versus V0, which one is better? In the last few months, I have created many apps for my personal use case, and I've also tried examples of rapid prototyping using both these tools. So in this video, I want to give you a comparison of Lovable and V0 based on 5 key features. I will also cover the topic of their pricing plans, and in the end, I will share my personal experience with these tools and which one I prefer the most. Before I get started with the comparison, let me clarify the use case of rapid prototyping. As a product manager, I have to constantly convey my ideas to stakeholders. Earlier, when I had to convey these ideas, I used various methods like whiteboarding, wireframes, Figma designs. But with the introduction of vibe coding tools, it has become incredibly easy to communicate these ideas. I can create these prototypes rapidly with a short prompt. When it comes to Lovable and V0, both are very similar in the sense that you can create an app based on a prompt. I want to give a short disclaimer here. I'm looking at these products from an end user's perspective. So I'm not going to compare the various AI models that I can use and see which one is best and all of that. Now, the reason to do this is, as a busy product manager, you don't really get time to do this on a regular basis. All you need is an easy to use tool that can give you the output that you desire. So I will be looking at these tools from that lens. Let's talk about the first feature, prompting with text. Both Lovable and V0 support this feature, that is the basis of their product. As you can see on the screen, in Lovable you have this input box where you can enter the prompt, and same thing with V0 where you can enter the prompt as well in that input box. Recently, Lovable has introduced a new feature called voice prompting. So instead of typing the prompt out, you can simply talk it out. I have not seen this feature in V0 yet, but then this space is constantly evolving and the products are releasing features almost every day. So by the time this video is live, they may have also got that feature. The second feature I want to talk about is attaching files. Now, when do you need to attach a file? Say you are building an app and you want to add a logo file to it. You may have created that logo in Canva and you can download the SVG or PNG file, upload it in this tool, and they will add that as a logo in your app. Another example is, let's say you are creating an app where users can download a PDF file. So the PDF file becomes a source file which you can upload it from your device. As you can see on the screen, both V0 and Lovable support this feature. So you click on this plus icon and you have an option to upload from computer. This is in V0. And in Lovable, they have the explicit button to click on attach. So as soon as you click on attach, you can select the file from your computer. Both Lovable and V0 support most commonly available file formats. I have tried it with SVG, PNG, PDF and Excel files. They work fine. The only issue that I have faced is sometimes very large files do not get uploaded and they throw an error. So you may want to be mindful of that. The third feature I want to talk about is prompting with Figma. Both Lovable and V0 support this feature, which is importing from Figma. It basically means if you have an existing design in Figma, you can copy the URL of that particular design into these tools and you can get an app based on that design. I have tried this feature in both V0 and Lovable, and I must say my experience with V0 was much better than in Lovable. Now, as you can see on the screen, in V0 you have the option of import from Figma here, and you also can do that from the plus icon. When you click on import from Figma, you paste the URL from Figma here, and this will be considered as a prompt by V0, and based on the designs it will deliver on the output. So let me quickly show you an example of how I did this. And here, as you can see on the screen, I'm in my Figma account, and in this Figma account I've got these designs here. Now for this particular screen, I wanted to create an app, and so I clicked on the screen, copied the link to this particular design, and then you go to V0 and paste that URL there. So let me show you an output in V0 for this Figma design. Now, as you can see on the screen, V0 has actually delivered pretty well, although there is a difference in the design of certain elements. The card design is not exact replica of what I have in Figma. It has made some modifications there. Same thing with the typography and some of the rendering of these input elements here. So while it is somewhat accurate, I think it has done a pretty good job in delivering on the existing designs from Figma. Now coming to Lovable, in Lovable I could not go past the first step itself. For some reason, their import from Figma feature is extremely complicated. As you can see on the screen, I'm clicking on import from Figma. It takes me to a separate page where I have to connect with builder.io. So the integration does not seem to be quite seamless, and I have to go through several hoops in order to get there. I actually tried this flow in a separate project, but it did not work at all. all. So if you have tried it, let me know how you made it work, because I cannot get this to work in Lovable at all. The fourth feature I want to talk about is discuss mode. Now, what is really a discuss mode? Typically, when you use these tools, you are entering a prompt and directly you get an output. There is no in between stage with this AI tool where you're interacting and trying to arrive at a solution that you both align on. So sometimes what happens is you enter a prompt and you get an output which is not something you expected. Discuss mode is in a way replicating your conversations with a software engineer. Only in this case, you are not talking to a software engineer, you're talking to this AI tool here. Now, between Lovable and V0, I noticed this feature only in Lovable, and V0 does not have the feature yet. But again, I have to point out that by the time this video is live, maybe they will actually release that feature. So let me quickly show you how it works. And as you can see on the screen, I am on Lovable's UI, and basically I had created an order management dashboard. When I created it for the first time, I had not specified anything for the dashboard screen. I only had something in the orders, and that's all I had mentioned. Now in Lovable, the discuss mode is called as chat. As you can see on the screen here at the bottom, they have something called as chat, and it says chat without making edits to your project. So in a way, you're trying to brainstorm with the tool. Now here's what I did. I asked some question on what can we add in the dashboard page. I want to make it more useful than what we currently have. Now this is where I wanted to understand what kind of features can I add in this dashboard screen, and Lovable responded with certain ideas. I could add something like key metrics, visual charts, recent activity feed, and performance indicators, etc. And it asked me which of these would be most valuable for your team. And then I responded, I think key metrics would be useful. Now what it does is further zeroes down on this key metric suggestion. At the very end, it asks me if I want to implement the plan. Now discuss mode is actually an interesting feature when you want to build some complex apps, and it allows you to brainstorm with the AI tool before wasting your credits on the prompts. Let's talk about the fifth and the final feature, visual editing. Now visual editing is my personal favorite way of making changes into the app. Both Lovable and V0 support this visual editing feature, and they work in pretty similar manner as well. Now as you can see on the screen, in V0 they have this option at the very bottom called design. When you click on design, it basically allows you to edit any element on the right hand side in the preview mode. For example, if I want to change this word from translate to, let's say, send, because this is an application where I'm trying to send some money, in that case I would want to have that action button say send. All I have to do is double click on this element and it allows me to edit right then and there. So here I will write it as send. Click on save, and that makes the change. You can do the exact same action in Lovable as well. In Lovable, you can see the edit button at the bottom here. As you select edit, it will basically allow you to change anything on the right hand side in the preview mode. So in this example, if I want to change the text here, I can change from order management to simply, let's say, orders. Now, one thing I noticed in Lovable, which is different from V0, is that when you select an element, you can also add a prompt to make the changes. I think both apps do pretty much same job, so there's absolutely no difference in the way they work, except for some added functionality by Lovable where you can prompt it as well. Now let's talk about the pricing plans. Both Lovable and V0 offer you free plans. In V0, you get a $5 credit per month, which then resets every month. In Lovable, you get 5 credits every day and up to 30 per month. Now the way they calculate the usage of this particular credits is different. That deserves an entire video by itself, but it can be slightly complex. In my experience, when I use these tools in their free versions for rapid prototyping, I rarely hit their limits. So you should be fine if you're only doing rapid prototyping. However, when I try to build some serious apps, that is when I felt the need for paid plans. In that case, the free plan does not really work. You get restricted by the limits, and it is better to go for the paid plan and build that app. So the most important question of all, which one is better? As I started using these tools more and more, I started to gravitate more towards V0 when it became functionally superior over Lovable. Now, when it comes to the output itself, visually, Lovable sounds more appealing simply because of their use of colors. In V0, you do not get any colors. But when it comes to functionality and handling errors, I find V0 to be much better than Lovable. At least that's been my experience using these tools. So those were my impressions on Lovable and V0. I hope this video was helpful for you. This space is constantly evolving and I talk about it on LinkedIn and Twitter, so you can follow me there. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching.